Today we're talking volleyball, beach volleyball, the FIBA Rookie of the Year in 2017, and the sky is the limit for Sara Hughes. How are you?
I'm great. Thank you for having me.
Absolutely. So the bottom line is that you made a tremendous transition from winning the gold medal in 2002 as the figures. Oh no, that's the other Sara Hughes. How many times are you confused with the other Sara Hughes?
You know, a couple of times. Just professional athletes that name Sara Hughes, they're just, oh, the ice skater. I'm like, nope.
Well, we're doing some of this for NBC, and they'll be able to insert footage. And so as we do it, I assume you'll aspire to be the second Sara Hughes, this one without the H, who wins a gold medal somewhere.
Yes, definitely.
And obviously in Tokyo. So starting with the big things first, you're going to be 25 in Tokyo, 26?
25.
25. Mm-hmm. So you're starting to train already. This is a big event. We'll talk about this event. But what do you do to kind of think long term but have to behave short term? That's kind of a dichotomy, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean, definitely. Right now, though, I'm very much focused on the present because I have a new partner. So we're a young team together. Right now, I'm 23, she's 25. So we're taking it step by step and learning and growing right now. And especially out here on the FIVB, there's so much great competition. So we're learning through the highs and the lows.
And so we're a new partner you're speaking about is Summer Ross. There is a great kind of gene pool with the Ross family too, so I'm sure that's an easy conversation to have. I understand this sport is a lot about team chemistry. It better be because there are only two of you. And every time anybody that doesn't really know the sport looks you up, it's that you turned down Kerry Walsh in 2017 in order to partner with Summer. I'm not sure if that's the real story, but chemistry is really important to you, isn't it?
Chemistry is huge in beach volleyball. If you know, it's hard not to like your partner out there. You go through everything, you travel together, you play together, so especially with Summer and I, we have that chemistry, and both on and off the court, we're really great teammates and even better friends.
And so Kelly Klaas and you had undeniable chemistry, 103 consecutive matches, you won everything in sight at USC, and you learned the game with her, I guess, and you also learned how important it was to have a good partner.
Oh, definitely. I mean, Kelly and I will never forget, the accomplishments we've had together. Those are huge, and to represent USC and USA together, that's something that's unforgettable. But like you said, sometimes you need to switch partners, and in this case, that team chemistry with Summer is getting better every day.
What's it like from a business perspective? Well, first of all, you graduated at USC in business administration, so you certainly know where the dollar signs are and where they're not. Do you do your own books? Do you do your own pro forma? Do you manage yourself?
Definitely, it's a lot of managing myself, but luckily I have the most amazing agent, Thomas McCarthy, who's always there for me, helping me with my sponsors. And then
got the plug in. That's good.
Yeah. Well, I mean, he's fantastic, and it's a lot of numbers, and we're doing it by ourselves. But my grandma also helps a lot with my taxes because we're bouncing around different countries all the time, so she's always helping me, but mostly you're on your own out there.
You're a walking potential Price Waterhouse or somebody else sponsored or athlete to be, because when you look at the volleyball schedule for the year, how many countries? A lot.
A lot, yes.
Yeah.
So looking for that airline sponsor, right?
Airline sponsor would be great. Austrian Air was great, but that's a one-shot deal, so you got to look for somewhere else.
Exactly.
Focus on the politics of, as much as you can, kind of above the fray, of how volleyball in the U.S. has come to be. There's the AVP, Kerry's got her deal, obviously Hannes has the major series here. Is there a way, in your mind, to coordinate all of that, and would everybody be better off if there was kind of one uniform way to approach volleyball heading into the Olympics?
Yeah, I mean, you said it, there's a lot of politics going on right now in volleyball, and I think right now, especially with the AVP, they partnered up with the FIVB for an event in Huntington Beach, and through the players' perspective, it was absolutely incredible. Mm-hmm. So it's great seeing those two powerhouses come together. And I'm, specifically right now playing on the AVP, and I love it. I love being at every single tournament that they have, and they've been, the most dominant tournament for the decades for beach volleyball. So I know there's a lot going on right now, but for me, I just wish the sport the best and a lot of success, and I want to see a bunch of young girls come up behind us and have a sport to play.
Well put. And hopefully, I guess a shameless plug is that there's an ability of all of the key operators to coordinate in some context. And maybe 2020 gets it done. Hopefully 2020 gets it done. NBC's paying a lot of money, right? NBC's paying $7.7 billion through 2032, which is 60% of the gross domestic product of Switzerland, which nobody cares. But so it would be important as one of the rising faces of volleyball to make sure that you get the uniform platform, that everybody working in the right direction.
Exactly, I completely agree.
Yeah. So let's talk generally about tournament preparation for you. It's a grind, I assume. You come into town, everybody sees you smiling and all ready to go. But talk about getting ready and keeping yourself fit and getting on planes and doing all the travel and everything you need to do.
Yeah, it's a lot. We just recently, we were playing in the Hermosa Beach AVP. Summer and I won. The final was scheduled, I think, for 3 o'clock on Sunday. It got pushed back a little bit. We had a flight at 7:30 to come here to Austria. So we won the final in a huge battle, and then we had to go do interviews, and we ran, unfortunately we couldn't say too much to fans, and we said our thank yous really quick, ran, barely got a shower in, and headed straight to the airport. So it's a grind, it really is, but it's part of our job, and I think just learning and doing that correctly is how we have to go about it.
I assume you keep an open mind and learn the cultures where you are. And what's your, hard to do because you're very good at political answers, but favorite volleyball destination? Do you have a favorite? Do you have a few, maybe?
Favorite volleyball destination? I mean, Vienna is absolutely incredible. Stade. I went to, Porek, all the major stops are absolutely, I really, really enjoyed Portugal this year, but nothing beats being at home.
And with the American fan, have you seen American fans getting a bit more sophisticated about the game than they did before, would you say?
Oh, I would say so, definitely. I mean, I have people message me on social media asking me all these questions, and they're so in tune now, and that's really fun to go to an AVP match and people know the rules, and they're standing up, they're cheering for you, and it's really great. It's a volleyball community is amazing.
And what about the younger? What is the best path for high school with still Title IX? Obviously, college programs better than before, youth programs, facilities for beach volleyball training academies. Starting, the tennis model, making sure the kids are there. What's the advice on how to make sure that we get more players like you coming up?
My advice to any young player is to play as much as I can and have fun while doing it. I actually started playing beach volleyball before indoor, and I fell in love with the game so early on because I had a group of people around me and a coach who just purely loved the game and had passion for the game. So it's kind of getting a little crazy out there right now with parents worried about their 8th graders signing to college. I would take a step back, learn the fundamentals, develop a young player, and have fun with it. Go into the USA system young. They have so many great programs now. Play in any tournament you can, and just have fun. And don't worry about the scholarships yet. They'll come. So
Sara Hughes, we were interrupted by a titanic rainstorm here in Vienna, but now you won your match and you're on to the quarterfinals, and we're going to run this well after this tournament is over. But you're very happy. So it seems like you're doing very well, as you normally do. You won Hermosa Beach and you won New York. So as far as domestic tournaments in the U.S., you're 2 for 2.
Yes, right? That's right. 2 for 2 on the AVP.
Yeah. And so what's it like playing against international competition, getting ready for Tokyo? You need to do that, not only the Americans, but you need to be the best in the world.
Yeah, being out here on the FIVB is so important for us Americans, even though we have a great domestic tour, because like you said, in the Olympics, you're playing the world competition, and that's exactly what it is out here.
Yeah. So let me ask you this. Basketball fan?
Yes.
So, Laker fan now, especially with LeBron.
To the Lakers, but always been a Laker fan.
Always when they were terrible in the last 3-4 years?
Yeah, of course.
Easy to say. Easy to say now.
I went to USC. We were in Los Angeles.
Well, you could be a Clipper fan, but easy to say now as far as the Lakers are concerned. So, from your perspective, are you jealous of the kind of LeBron money is out there? Not for LeBron himself, because he's redefined basketball, but that people who are athletes as well, and maybe less training, regardless of that, make 40 times the amount you do? How do you feel about that?
It's never easy to see, one football player going for 40 million.
Yeah.
But I think it just depends the kind of athlete you are in the sport. I play beach volleyball, and that's what I love, and that's why I'm here. It's not because I'm here to make, $40 million. As much as I'd like that, we're here because we love it, and it's hard. But I think once we unify the sport even more so, I think more money will be coming in. I think that's hugely important. So it's we got to take it step by step, and I think it's important for players, not to chase after another $100 here or there just because it's a little bit more prize money. It's about, like I said, unifying the sport, being able to have a future for the sport, a growth for the sport, for not only ourselves but the young kids coming up.
Words to live by. Final question for you. Where is Sara Hughes 5 years from now?
5 years from now? Oh my goodness.
I know that. You don't even think about that.
Right?
But just give me the liberty and think about it and answer that question.
Yeah, 5 years from now, I want to still be playing. I want to have a gold medal around my neck from the Olympics and fighting for another spot for the next one, which is in Paris.
Paris, and then how about LA? How about
and then,
that?
of course, yeah, that's my goal, Paris and LA. And, of course, always being with my family is really important. So with my family, who knows, maybe a husband at that point. I'm taking my time. I don't know.
Take your time on that one, but I'll tell you what you ought to circle. So you'll be 33 in LA. Have we done those numbers correct? 32. We better circle on the calendar. It's probably going to be the first week in August. And so that's going to be an amazing homecoming for you.
Oh, I cannot wait. That would be a dream come true, playing in the Olympics right down the street.
Yeah. Well, listen, American volleyball and volleyball generally is in really good hands. Sara Hughes, thank you very much.
Thank you.